Hi, everyone, and welcome. Today we're doing a deep dive, kind of sparked by some personal reflections, actually, looking
Yeah.
into consciousness, language, and, that big search for purpose we all seem to be on. Our goal here really is to unpack how self-awareness shapes us, our actions, how we see things, and also how words themselves change, and this deep interconnectedness of, well, pretty much everything.
Exactly. And what's great about the source material here is that it offers a really human perspective on all this. It mixes these personal insights with some, broader questions about society. It's a unique way to look at these things.
Okay, so let's start with consciousness, or maybe self-awareness is a better term, how that level influences who we are, what we do. The sources talk about a spectrum, right? On
Mm.
one side, you've got people just navigating the day.
hmm Work, pay the bills, the usual routine.
Yeah, without maybe constantly reflecting or judging every single thing they do. It's just what they do.
Right, sort of an autopilot state.
Yeah.
And that's fascinating because it contrasts so sharply with others who are almost constantly self-auditing. The ones always asking, was that okay? Did I do enough? Did I accidentally, step on someone's toes?
Totally, like replaying a dinner conversation over and over, checking every word.
Exactly. So you have this real divergence from just doing to this intense self-reflection.
Right.
It really shapes how we see our own agency, how we interact.
And that difference, it seems to flow right into that search for purpose, for meaningful work that you mentioned. Your notes really hit on this struggle, didn't they? Finding work that needs complex thoughts, not just...
Not just menial tasks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finding something that feels aligned with what you can contribute.
It's like a conscious choice to engage, not just
Yeah.
exist passively in a role.
Precisely. And this connects to something really powerful the sources bring up, this idea that nothing is born in a vacuum.
Mm.
Every single thing, action, thought, word, it has a history, a context, and consequences.
Like that example of hesitating to even compliment yourself. That really stood out.
It did, because that discomfort, it isn't just random, is it? It's tied to past experiences, societal stuff.
Influences shaping even how we think about ourselves privately. It shows how even self-perception is, well, connected to everything else.
It's all interconnected, yeah, internally and externally, which brings us nicely to how language itself evolves almost without us noticing sometimes.
Yes, the word trope.
Right. Traditionally, a figure of speech, a metaphor, simile, that sort of thing.
But then in the 70s, it picked up this other meaning.
Exactly. A cliche, basically, an overused theme. And what was really telling was that detail about the teacher.
Oh, right. 10 years teaching, and trope in its modern sense never even made it onto a vocabulary list.
It just shows how language is alive, It morphs right under our feet.
And that idea of morphing, it's not just words, is it? The sources suggest it applies to our intentions, too.
That's a key insight, I think. Oftentimes, what we intend when we try to help or teach or whatever, it lands differently, morphs inside the other person's head, becomes something else entirely.
So our intentions aren't fixed points. They get reshaped by the receiver.
Completely reshaped, often in ways we never anticipated.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up for you listening. We've talked about this huge range of self-awareness, from just sort of getting through the day to deep, constant reflection, and this really powerful idea. Nothing is born in a vacuum. Everything's connected, has context, has ripples, intended or not.
Mm-hmm. And we saw how meanings change, not just words like trope, but crucially, the meaning of our intentions when they reach someone else.
So the takeaway seems to be that what you put out isn't always what gets picked up, right? Intentions can get twisted, reshaped by perception, just like a word's definition can evolve over time. It's a two-way street.
Absolutely. And thinking about your own journey, maybe that struggle for work that demands more, those complex thoughts, or even, like you said, feeling hesitant to compliment yourself. Those things aren't isolated. They aren't born in a vacuum either.
They're tied into your own self-awareness, the world around you.
Definitely. So here's maybe a final thought to leave you with. Considering that idea that our intentions often morph in someone else's mind, becoming something different, how might understanding your own level of self-awareness and maybe trying to understand others change how you communicate what you intend to do or say starting today?